Today we are going to talk about some common Chinese herbal drinks for summer, and you can drink it cold. You can drink it hot too, but because summertime it's better if you drink it cold. Sometimes you can buy it like this pre-packaged, and this one is Luo Shen Hua cha. It has different herbs, but the major one is Luo Shen Hua. And this one is a Gui Hua Wu Mei cha. Wu Mei is the plum, and it has the Gui Hua, Wu Mei, and also the Shan Zha. It's very good for summer, for digestion, and it tastes a little bit sour and sweet. If you cannot find the pre-packaged herbal drinks in the store locally, you can just buy a few herbs and mix it yourself. It doesn't have to be exact. Everybody has their own formula, and you can come up with your own too. The first ingredient is Shan Zha. It's a very common Chinese herb. You can probably find it in Chinese supermarket, and it tastes kind of sweet and sour. It's very good to digest any fat or regulating your stomach and spleen. You don't have to cook this very long. Even with just hot water, you can still taste it. But if you want it stronger, it's better to cook it longer, maybe 10 minutes or 20 minutes. The second common herb is Luo Shen Hua. It's a red flower, and it's very common to use as a summer cold drink. And if you add hot water or cook it for a little bit, the water will turn red, and it also has that sour taste, and it also helps your digestion and clear the heat. The third herb is called Wu Mei. It's a dried black plum, and it's also very common in the supermarket, and it tastes sour, and you can just add water or cook it to make it rehydrated. And of course it tastes very sour, but it also has a little bit sweet taste. And all the sour herbs is good for the summertime because the sour herbs can generate fluid, and in the summertime we usually lose a lot of fluid, and it's also helping digestion and strengthen the spleen. The next common ingredient is the Gan Cao, or the licorice. Gan Cao is a very common herb in many Chinese herbal formulas because it can harmonize different herbs and reduce any toxicity. And it also has a very sweet taste, so it makes the whole formula taste better. You can add this in almost every summer drinks you make. Gan Cao also has the function of strengthening the spleen qi, so to raise your qi, you can add it in almost every summer drink. The last ingredient I have here is the Gui Hua, or the osmanthus flower, and it's a very fragrant flower, but it's also very mild. It usually comes in a little bag because it's so small and you'll get lost in other herbs, but you only need a little bit. You'll make the whole drink fragrant. The fragrance of the Gui Hua can wake up your shen, your spirit, and because it's so fragrant, it kind of like jasmine or other flowers. It can stimulate our five senses, and it's good for the summertime because in the summertime we get lazy and kind of foggy in our head easily. So this is the Gui Hua. It's very light, so you can add it at the end. All the flowers are very light, so you can add this at the end of the cooking, and don't cook it for too long or you might lose that fragrant smell. All the above ingredients can be mixed and matched any way you want. They all have similar properties, and if you are too lazy to cook, you can just throw some of them into a mug like I have here, or you can put it in a thermos or in a glass jar and let it sit, and you can drink whole day. I'm going to just pick a few herbs and see how it turned out. And first I have some wu mei. I'll just put 2 in a mug. This is just a 1 person size, so you don't need a lot. And I have a little bit of Gan Cao, just 1, because it's a very small cup. And I will add a little bit of the Gui Hua. I just add 1 or 2 pinches of Gui Hua because I'm not going to cook it. I'm not going to cook it on the stove, so I can put everything together at once. And of course we will need some Shan Zha. I get a handful of the Shan Zha and a little bit of the Luo Shen Hua. Here's some Luo Shen Hua. And I think I got all ingredients. Now we just need to add some hot water and let it sit for a few minutes or as long as you like, so it gets the strength you like. That's what it looks like after I add hot water. It looks very pretty and it turns kind of red purple color, and the Gui Hua floats on the top. It looks very pretty and smells good too. If this is too strong for you, you can always add more water and dilute it. And once it's not as hot, you can add some ice cube and make cold summer drink. If you like, you can add a little bit of rock sugar or the brown sugar, and it's personal preference. But the one without any added sugar tastes good already. So personally, I will not add any sugar. I will put this in a bigger pot and dilute it a little bit and drink whole day. Sometimes it takes a little bit time to get all the nutrition into the liquid, and you can see the drink is turning very red. So that's today's recipe of the summer drink. You can plus or minus any ingredients and create your own drink. Depends on what you have at hand or what's available to you. So that's today's Chinese herbal summer drinks. I hope you like it and see you next week.